Good afternoon, my lovelies. How are you all doing today? I hope you're doing well. It is Sunday the 25th, and it is a beautiful day today where I am. And I felt the need to wear purple, and I even went with my purple eyeshadow because I like purple. Anyway, I wanted to touch base with you about the event and see if there's anything new happening with you guys. And pretty much the same thing keeps revolving and coming up, the same information on YouTube with all of the event channels. It's just basically saying, prepare and go within to find what you're needing, and that you want to be in the heart, which we already know. It's not always easy. It's not always easy to be non-judgmental, and it's probably the hardest thing for me, but I am making progress, and I think that that's important. Not to be judgmental of people. That's like one of the hardest things in evolution, in our evolutionary evolving spiritually. But I'm making progress, so that's probably the best I can do at the moment, and I'm still working on it. I'm perfectly imperfect, so we all are. We are all perfectly imperfect. Anyway, I wanted to share a few things with you. Sorry, sometimes I get scattered and my mind is going so quickly that I actually forget, what I was going to talk about. So I apologize. And I'm not editing any of this. I never do. I'm imperfect, as we just said, and I don't need to edit. So it is what it is. So a lot of people have been having symptoms, I guess, ascension symptoms. And a lot of people are saying that they can hardly stay awake. Well, I haven't had anything like that until, I think I mentioned it on my last show, video, that I did have that. Like, it started about, a week ago, where I'm just like fighting to stay awake, addicted to caffeine, which is terrible, and I know that, and I'm making progress on that too, eventually. I guess I didn't really know or think that having caffeine was bad for me. It's organic. I drink, they're called Highball, and they're delicious, and they have B vitamins and guarana and organic caffeine, and something else that's healthy. So I never viewed it as, I'm drinking something unhealthy. I thought, hey, it's better than coffee, So anyway, I found out, addiction is an addiction, whether it's sugar, caffeine. Plus, what are we going to do when the caffeine runs out, I just don't like having, let's say I can't have coffee or my Highball when I wake up. It puts me in like a crappy mood. It puts, it alters our brains, and I don't want to be dependent on something and get a migraine from it if I don't have it. I don't like that feeling at all. And so I listened to Bridget Nielsen, not the actress, not the 6-foot beautiful blonde bombshell, but an adorable young lady. I think she lives in Arizona, like Sedona or somewhere, and she has a great YouTube channel, and she has all kinds of information. She's intuitive. She's a starseed, and etc. And she does all these wonderful recipes. And this one I found, it was about Ticino, it's called. And it tastes like coffee. It's nice, bold flavor. It doesn't have caffeine, but it's super healthy and natural. So if you want to wean yourself off of caffeine, this is what I'm doing. This is what she recommends. You go with like maybe 3/4 cup of coffee, brew yourself up some of this Ticino, and they have different flavors, and you can get them in health food stores. I'm not sure if Publix has it down south, but you know, it's readily available at any health food store, and maybe Publix. But anyway, so you brew up the Ticino, and she basically put some tonic and some stuff in there from her friend's website that has some really healthy vitamins in it. And I don't have that. I haven't ordered that. I just have the Ticino. And then she puts in some coconut butter, not oil, but coconut butter. I only have the coconut oil butter flavor, so I put in a little dab of that. And she makes it like a latte. And then if you're trying to get off the caffeine, you can get some cacao nibs or just cacao powder. I only have the powder, so I put a little bit of that in, and I put a little cinnamon in it, and I put it in my my Ninja little blender, and it is delicious. And you know, so if you do like 3/4 cup coffee, 1/4 cup, quarter cup, you know, 3 parts to 1 coffee, and then maybe after a week go down to half and half, and then, you know, gradually get off of the coffee. And that's, you know, after the caffeine and coffee, and that's what I'm going to do. And even decaf coffee isn't good for you with the chemicals and the process. I'm just learning. Like, I thought coffee was good for you, but turns out it's really not. It's super unhealthy. And so, anyway, this is just a little bit about that. Okay, so, yeah, so I was addicted. I'm addicted to caffeine. And, there's a bee flying around me. It's okay. I'm not going to die. I'm not allergic to bees. I just don't like being stung. I just mentally tell them to go away. Okay, let's see if it worked. Okay, so anyway, my hair's wet. Okay, so back to what I was saying. So I'm going to try to get off. Not try, I'm going to do it, because try does nothing. I'm going to do that. I'm almost out of Highball, and I'm going to really miss it because I love it. And it's in different flavors, and, you know, once in a long time, if I want to have one that's different. But I'm not going to continue to have that anymore. I'm going to go on to the Ticino. And, anywho, so what I was getting back to was, when I went off on my tangent, is about a week ago, maybe a week and a half, I started being, like, exhausted, and it's not from doing anything different, you know. I walk every day, at least 30 minutes. It might be broken up depending on what my schedule is. But all of a sudden, I couldn't stay awake. And I didn't lay down or anything. I was just going around like, I'm so tired. I'm so exhausted. And I would even have, you know, 2 highballs a day to try to stay awake. And I was still tired at like 8 o'clock. But it mainly was all day long, like 2 o'clock, 12 o'clock. I'm like yawning, exhausted. So what I've heard is a lot of people are having these same symptoms. And if your body needs rest and you can lay down and rest. Because you're going through these upgrades. Your body is going through these upgrades, ascension upgrades. And your DNA, it's becoming crystalline DNA. And so there's a lot of upgrades that's going on. And it really is, it's, you know, whipping our butts and making us really tired. So I think pretty much yesterday my symptoms subsided with the exhaustion and couldn't stay awake. I was tired at like 9 last night, but I wasn't sleepy and falling asleep at noon and 2 and all that like I was this past week. So that's one symptom that, you know, a lot of people have been having. Okay, a lot of people have been having heart issues like palpitations, racing heart rate. Well, not yesterday, but the day before, my heart kind of aches all day. And when I would take a deep breath, it would just hurt. And I thought, that's okay, you know, it's not. And I'm not saying for you guys, if you have any kind of heart, you know, your heart bothering you, go get checked out, okay? I know with me, I've had issues, many issues over the years with my heart hurting or aching, and it was stress related. So I know me, but if you don't know what's going on and you're having heart, you know, your heart is hurting or something, go to the doctor, go to the emergency, just get checked out to be safe. But for me, It wasn't that. It was just I needed, it was ascension symptoms, I guess, because a lot of people are having the same issues, where my heart was just kind of achy all day long. And then yesterday it was okay. I had it a little bit, either last night, like right before bed, and that's it. So that was like 2 days ago. And sometimes I second guess myself. I'm trying to find out if I'm needed in this world to help people, if I'm needed on another platform besides what I'm doing. I feel like what I'm doing is my passion, and I love connecting with you guys all over the world. I love this. And if I can help one person daily, or, one person a week, whatever, that brings me such joy. And I do little things, like just different things I'm not even going to get into to, help another person out kind of thing. I can't really do anything financially right now. My husband has been doing umpire work, and he loves it, and I'm so happy. And in the meantime, we're filming our documentaries. We have a movie out on Amazon Prime called Hollywood and Vine. Check it out. If you have Amazon Prime, it's free. If you stream the minutes, it would really help us. Not much, but a little, one person at a time, it adds up, and we really appreciate it. We also have another one streaming, True Stories. It's about this man's, two people's abductions. They're, one has been abducted their whole life, going through these abductions, and it's a prominent member in our society, and he's kept anonymous for obvious reasons. And it's a great story. It's a great story. It's his true story. It's his truth. So you can check that out on Amazon Prime. It's called True Stories by Ronald Farnham. It's my hubby. And we also have a Love at First Sight music video that my husband made with a very special girl close to my heart in that video. And check it out. If you have Amazon Prime, check it out. It's free for you guys who have Amazon Prime, and we really appreciate the streaming minutes, because we get like a cent or two on so many minutes, and worldwide that really helps. So I appreciate that. So the ascension symptoms, don't be freaking out if you have them. Like I said, sometimes I think I look to source or higher self or spirit, whatever you want to call it, and I say, I ask, what else can I do? Where else am I needed? And usually things come to me, like, you need to be here, you need to go there, or whatever. And so I'm having this kind of drawing to go to Mount Shasta again. I went 2 years ago in September, and I loved it. Like, really resonated with it. I would love to go there again. My husband may be on the Gong Show. He's kind of goofy. If they want him to come on the Gong Show, then we're gonna fly out there and then drive to Mount Shasta and hopefully spend the summer, because I have a calling to go there and meet some of my wonderful friends who are also going there. So anyway, I just wanted to connect. Oh, I do have another story. I almost forgot, because like I said, my mind's constantly going, and I forget because I don't have notes or anything. I just go off the cuff and kind of say whatever's coming to me at the time. Okay, so about 1.5 years ago, now this might sound goofy, but it is what it is, and I don't really care, because the ones who get me will get it and they'll understand. So I always see faces, like faces in things like wood, anything, a plant, faces everywhere. Okay, that's the given. I've seen that for years, probably 3 or 4 years. Okay, and besides seeing 27 everywhere, because it's my birthday, but it's also a very important day. Don't know why. Maybe it's this 27th of March when the event might happen. Oh my God, I hope so. But besides that, okay, so I've been seeing what I say is glitter. Like I'll go in the restroom in a restaurant, and I'll just be casually, you know, looking at the floor or whatever in the stall, and I'll see like a piece of glitter, like green, beautiful emerald glitter. And I'm like, wow, that's cool. Like, it's not my imagination. I'm actually seeing a piece of shiny